Hi guys, it's Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner, and I'm ready to do another planning video. This time, I'm going to show you what I've been doing. I did last week decide to go ahead and fill out this past week's stuff, and I did write in. I don't write a whole lot in my planner, but I like keeping track of what I'm counting right now as the big events on it, like the plan with me we did last week, where we used all the nice ephemera from Scrapbook from Spellbinders from the newest kit, and I did write in what the cards were that I created for which projects for videos and such. And I am sorry about the light. It looks like this. It's just the time of day that I'm recording. Now that the time change has happened, and now that we've got plenty of sun here in Florida, I'm getting a little of the excess here. Anyway, this is kind of what my week wound up looking like. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos done last week for you guys, so I'm happy about that. And then this week where I'm going to be working on that. I'll go ahead and take out those pages. But before I get started on this part, and I may make that a second video depending on how long this goes, what I'm wanting to go ahead and do this time though is take a look at my fitness area. Now, I told you guys a few weeks back that I was starting I was putting in my planner, kind of Franken planner style, I was putting in a fitness section, and this is from a fitness planner for 2022. So I haven't really done anything. So what I've done at this point is I went ahead onto Garmin Connect. That's where my watch automatically logs all the stuff that I'm doing. Rather, my exercises and my steps, because I'm not actually tracking food at this moment. So I went ahead and wrote everything down. I did have a couple of good days, like this one. I'm pretty sure that is when we went to Lou Gardens, and I can check that real quick too. So March the 13th. Yeah, March the 13th we did go to Lou Gardens. I have another good day. Where was my other one? That one was like almost 8,000 steps, and you can't even see it. There we go. That one was almost 8,000 steps. We had 3,400 on a Monday, which was probably shopping. I had 4,000 this day. I had 6,500 this day. Both of those were because I did a 1 mile walk, and this 4,100 was again because I did a 1 mile walk. I am right now switching to bicycle mode because I really want to get myself back in shape. My legs, I can tell my legs are not nearly as strong as they used to be, so I'm going to try to get going on that. So I went on 2 bike rides, not this week, but last week, and then 2 more this current week, and there was a bunch of rain during this section, so that's part of it. But then I did do another bike ride today. You're getting this video tomorrow on the 28th, but on the 27th I did get another short bike ride in. Mostly I'm just trying to get my endurance and comfort level higher on this short one before I move forward. Like you can tell, on the 26th, it was 3.5 miles at about in 18 minutes. The previous one on Tuesday of last week was about 3.25, which is my normal 3-mile piece, and that was 14.5 minutes. And then today I did it in just under 14 minutes, so I knocked 30 seconds off my time, which is actually substantial over a 3-mile thing. Not like my hubby, he does like 20 miles an hour, and I do like 13. Anyhow. After filling all of those in, first step on planning in my mind is seeing where you're at, and this is showing where I'm at for this month, what I want to track for sure, what it looks like, and then I can go on to the weeklies. Now, on the last day of February, on the 28th, I did try to write in some food stuff, and it just didn't work. So now at the bottom, I've got my steps written across the bottom. I've got the 2 walks I did, and then I went ahead and did that for each of the weeks, for every week throughout the month. Okay, so now I'm ready to start on the 28th through the 3rd, and I want to actually use this as it's designed so that I am basically using it to plan my workouts. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and try decorating those pages up and try to create something, at least for this week, for my first week on it, just like I was doing with the other, you know, create something that I think I can use. Now, I do have some older planners, fitness stickers from an older book. I have a newer book over here somewhere, and I grabbed out some scrapbook paper too, so I can try to decide on what I'm going to do with that. So at this point, we do know that what I am tracking is steps and whatever type of a workout it is, which right now is just bicycling. I also want to try to add in some weights, because during that time frame, like within the last couple weeks, I did go to our junk room and did do a little bit of weightlifting. You know, not a lot, but I did do a few sets, and I need to actually start recording that, because if I don't record it, it's not going to get better, right? So first thing, and I am going to try using my oldest stickers first. And just like I did before when I was starting my very first spreads for regular planning, for my content creation planning, I started off with functional. So that's what this one's probably going to start as, okay? We've got goals. We've got 1 pound at a time. Just looking to see what kind of things we have on here to start off with. One thing that may be a good idea to do, at least, well, especially at the beginning of this, because I'm going to be starting off the month of April, would be this one that says Quick Stats. And I probably won't show you guys because it's very embarrassing. But before I do that, I need this thing. I forgot. I need to plan it out, right, guys? Because if I don't, it's going to be a tremendous mess. Okay, so I think I'm going to put my quick stats over here somewhere. Okay. And then I do want to keep track of my steps. So do I have an older steps? I may have. Yeah, I think these were all steps, and I think I used them all up. Well, that kind of sucks. But you know what? That's alright. I will write across their steps. So since I know the things that I am currently tracking are just steps, walks, runs, and I'm going to try to include lifting, I think I need to have a section for each of those. And the steps one, I'll just write that one in. Okay, so this one has lift, run it off, mile a day, weekly goals, yeah. I do not see anything having to do with cycling. Which means in the next week I am going to create something to go in my planner for cycling. Well, that's not any fun. So the next place for me to look for this part is over here. Now, this is a scrapbook paper pack that I've had. It's a hot buy, and I'm looking for the date on. This is from 2017, so I have had this thing basically forever, and I have never used any of it. So I am going to try using some of that in this planner. This would be pretty for just anything. And some of the pages are just awesome on their own, but I'm hoping that I'm going to have something that's going to... If I knew that it had all these watercolor things, I probably would have used it sooner. This would be great for card backgrounds. I mean, look at all of that. And these are a bit big to go in a planner, but I do want to try to use some of this stuff. So this one has to do with running. I do have this one thing of bicycles. Okay. I'm just going to grab a sheet of scrapbook paper, and this is going to be basically my decor piece for all of it. And since it is paper, I'll be able to write on it, or I could add stickers on top if I want. And I'm going to start off with, let's see, the boxes that I can't really see are a total of, just getting it to the line, they're 2 inches high, so that's 6 inches tall. So that means 6 by 6 paper would be great to create like a column. So if I cut this one about in half, and my paper trimmer will not fit. Not if I want to use my little one that's always here at my desk. Okay, and then this is 1.5 inches wide. So I think what I'm going to do is cut a strip at 1.5 inches. And this one basically has a lot of aerobics things in it. You know, stretching and dancing and that kind of thing. But I think that'll look kind of cool. And, of course, I measured wrong. Oh, it was 6 inches this way. Yeah, I thought it was... I actually did that completely wrong. Okay, I can still trim these down, so that's fine. I'm gonna cut a couple more, though. So I've got total of 7 days, so that is 2, so let me do another 1.5 inch ones. And then I'll do one last one, and that way I can fill in any gaps that I want. The one downside in my mind to using scrapbook paper in your planner is depending on the paper, it could be a little bit thick. And this is actually some decently thick paper I'm using at this point. Okay, so I think I'm going to put, that's why I was measuring from there to there, but it's still, I measured it wrong. So anyhow, this is going to be, I think I'm going to put steps down at the bottom. And I think this will look kind of cool. And then I can layer boxes on top. Got 2 extras. And then for the bottom section, and that's a 2-inch strip across the bottom. I can add something else. I think that's going to look kind of cool. And right now these are just kind of blue-green colors, so that is fine too. What do I have that I want to use with that? I think I'm going to use another one of the pages from in here that matches with it. But I want a solider color, I think. I think I want this. So what I'm going to do, let me make sure what the size is. That's about 4.5 inches, and that is about 6. So I am going to run real quick and cut off a 2-inch strip of this. I think I actually am going to need 2. Okay, I went ahead and cut 4 inches off so that I make sure that I have enough and have everything kind of fit right. I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is, since I know that that's what I want to put down, I'm going to go ahead and start putting these pieces down. And I'm going to use my new Tombow Mono glue stick to do that with, just like I did last week with the ephemera. And we shall see what it's going to look like. Okay, so that's going to go there, and then I'll have this little strip coming across. I think that's going to look pretty nice. And this bottom section, I think what I'm going to do primarily with the bottom section is that's where I'm going to write my my steps and my cardio. And then that still leaves plenty of space up here, I think plenty of space anyway, for me to add, for me to be able to write in any kind of weights that I'm doing. If I write small, then yeah, but I tend to write big. Okay, and this is starting to get a little bit thick, and it is kind of warping it a little bit, but I think that's still going to be okay. So there are 2 strips on that side. Let me go ahead and put these on the other. I think that's going to be the basics of it, and I don't really need a whole lot. Okay, and I probably should have separated a little bit more. That is fine though. I'm just going to have 2 parts that are going to be closer in the center, but that is all right. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this one. Okay, so that looks pretty good. And then I'm going to have that across the bottom. And I'm going to go ahead and remeasure, if I can remember what I did with my ruler. It's a good thing I have lots of rulers. So this does come to 2, and it looks like it's about 2 1/4. So I'm going to trim this down. Could do 2 and then do a piece of washi across the middle. I think that's what I'm going to do. And then the other direction, so I can make sure that it fits in my planner, if I have it go right to there, to that edge, would be 4 1/2. So I'll trim it down to 4 1/2 this way. Double check. Okay, yes, that works. And then do 2 1/4 the other way. No, 2 inches, and then I'm going to use a 1/2 inch to 1 inch washi, dividing the 2 sections. That works fine, I think. Okay, so there's that one. And this one is not quite long enough. So, measuring this side, this one comes to just over 6 inches. Looks like it's about 6 1/8. Everything is sliding because I have too much stuff stacked up. And this is actually 7 1/2. So that's going to be 1 1/4-ish. Better way to do that is going to be just to measure it with the card, right? Okay, and then cut it down to 2. And that leaves me some decent sized scraps too. And then if I want it to have that curved edge, I can just use my corner chomper for one of the edges. And that looks like it's like the... I'm going to go with this smaller, even though it looks like it's kind of in between the two. But that is going to actually kind of pull it together, so that'll look good. Okay, so let me go ahead and glue that one down. Okay, now I just need to grab some washi. Okay, I'm not sure where I left off, but I think my last bit was about the washi tape, which I added on here, and I thought I clicked the button and it turned out it didn't start recording. So sorry guys. I added some H2O, some water hydration labels, stickers. These are from the fitness. Words are hard. From the Fitness Happy Planner sticker book, as are a couple more of these little sayings. Some of these are from the old stuff that I had. I think it was from an old Happy Planner sticker book, and some are from the new, but I think this is going to finish up my spread for next week. And I did put steps down here at the bottom, but I do have plenty of room down here for me to still be able to write in the miles and amount of time that it takes me to do each of my rides. I may decide to start adding in wattage or speed or something like that anyway at some point, but for now I think that's going to give enough space, and it also leaves me plenty of room up here to be able to write anything additional that I want to record, such as weights. I think it'll be enough anyway, at least for this phase that I'm in, because when I really get into it, it'll be a 2-hour workout, which I don't know if and when I'm going to have the time to do that. So now that part is done, and wish me luck. I'm really planning on using this spread and actually tracking all of my exercise and stuff, and this gives me something to look at, and the fact that I'm wanting to do the hydration means I would need to open it up daily. Okay, so now that we've got that one done, let's go ahead and do the weekly planner, which I think I had taken out the pages already. Yes, here's my other planner spread. This is the one that is for regular. And for this one, I think I'm going to stick to stickers and maybe some ephemera, because I really like how the ephemera did last time. And I really like this. This is one of my favorite books because of all the watercolor swatches and the pretty flowers. So I think I'm going to go with that. And this time I need where did I put them? That's what I need. I need these, right? Okay. So here we go. And I am not going to overthink this one either. I'm just going to work on making this one pretty with some space to write on almost every day. And that'll be a good start for the month. Look on the bright side. I like that one. Not real sure why those are the way that they are, but that's okay. Let's see. So I'm starting off with that one. I don't have a plan for this. Sorry, guys. I added a little bit of a plan for my other one. Okay, so I think this one I'm going to focus on. Let's just get some positive affirmations down. Hold the vision, trust the process. That is nice. Reach for your dreams. I think I'll put that over that sticker. And the same thing with this little flower. I think I'll do the same thing down here and put that on it because it's pretty. Okay, so Tuesday. Okay, Monday I've got actually 2 videos, so I am going to put that one here. Although it says things to buy, I'm going to take that up. I just need something, a lined box, I think, there, and then I can replace. Oh, these will work. I'll list my 2 videos there and put something else in the bottom, maybe. And then my brain is not functioning right. So Monday I've got 2 videos. I've got the live stream on Tuesday. Wednesday I've got a video. Friday I'm going to do the new Spellbinders unboxing, but I think I'm going to do that one as a live. Okay. And then Saturday and Sunday, I'm probably going to be doing something with some of the Spellbinder stuff those days. So the only other day I know I have a video on is going to be Tuesday. So let's find a box for that. I think I'm just going to use this little box for the live. Okay, so that's the basics. So next I want to play with my adulting, which I still tend to wind up grabbing positives out of the adulting one, which probably isn't fair, but anyhow. That I think would be kind of cute. So have it kind of run across. Have it part on one, part on the other. That would be kind of cool. Haven't decided, do I want it at the top or do I want it at the bottom? Time to put on my adulting pants. I don't think I noticed this one before. This one says made it. And that's every day, right guys? I do need something over on this side, so I will put that over there. And then if I can find some flowers, which I think are in this other book. Let's see, does this one have flowers? This one has those little sparkles and all the extra watercolor swatches, which I think are so cool. And it's got these popsicles, so I may go ahead and use one of those this time. So let me go ahead and get started on putting this all together. And I'm going to see how it looks overlapped and how much space I actually need to cut off of this. So if I cut it right between the on and my, I think that will work. Okay, starting off with this one, and I am changed my mind. I am going to put that up at the top. Oh, might help if I put it on the right page, right? My adulting pants goes on this page. Okay. Okay, so that's good. Go ahead and put this one down for Friday. And then let's grab these. I do kind of like overlapping a couple of different boxes there. You know, have it go over different days. I think that's kind of neat. And this look on the bright side actually makes me think of Monty Python. If I've got any Monty Python fans out there, go ahead and tell me down in the comments and let me know, what is that song? And which video is it from? So I think I'm going to add my little popsicle to that side and then add another to this side. Okay, and I think this does need a little bit of florals. What do you think? So I'm going to grab out some of these little foiled flowers and just add them in randomly because I likes them. Pretty sure there's more flowers. There we go. Here's some more flowers. Okay, so I'm gonna call that one done as well. You guys, let's take another quick look at my other one too. Where'd I put it? Where'd I put it? Ah, here we go. So here is, and they both look so completely different. This one to me actually kind of looks like the gem. You know, it's all structured and you need to go to this section to do this section to do that. So that definitely looks like something that may work for me with the gem. And then this one is more creative and it's for all of my creativity planning. So you guys got 2 spreads for this week. Well, you guys be sure to check out this other video and all of the other ones that are in the Planning Crafters group. There's that hashtag down below so that you can see mine and Elizabeth's and Teresa's, all of our videos. And if you'd like to add to our little library of crafty planner videos, be sure to hashtag your video with Planning Crafters. And you guys have a wonderful week and I will see you soon.